John. Hi, everybody. My name is Sarika, and I'm the Global Marketing and Strategy Lead for the Financial Services vertical here at Pinterest. That basically means I'm in charge of building the marketing strategy around why Pinterest is truly unique and differentiated for financial services advertisers. I came to Pinterest after a 12-year career at Amex, where I was lucky enough to work alongside our next guest, Walter Frye. I'm thrilled that he made time to chat with us today just to offer a client perspective. I want to hear from him about how Amex is using Pinterest as a differentiated must-buy solution in their full funnel marketing strategy. We're also going to chat about one of my favorite topics, online shopping. Welcome, Walter.
Thank you, Sarika. I'm thrilled to be here.
Walter, can we start by just having you share a little bit about your experience at Pinterest, both personally as well as professionally?
Sure. Well, personally, I've been on the platform since the early years, given my passion for interior design. I remember when I was renovating my apartment many years ago, Pinterest was really critical in helping me define the vision for my space. And interestingly, I'm now looking to move in with my partner, and we use shared Pinterest boards to help figure out what our collective style might be. But professionally, I've also been a longtime partner of Pinterest. As you mentioned, I've been at American Express for 13 years, and I've spent 10 of those years on the brand team. Pinterest has been an integral partner in so many of our campaigns over the years. Pay It Planet comes to mind, a product that we launched where Pinterest was one of our highest performing partners. And of course, last year, Pinterest was key to our Shop Small campaigns.
Yes, Amex has been such a great partner to Pinterest, and I've absolutely loved seeing the explosive growth of our partnership, particularly since I have so much love for both Pinterest and the Amex brand. Now, I know COVID-19 turned so many people's business plans and marketing plans upside down. What I'd love to hear from you is, we know that Amex has had this historic relationship supporting small businesses, but how did you guys evolve that support in light of the pandemic to double down and really support this audience with their changing needs?
We actually had really big plans for 2020. We had just celebrated the 10th anniversary of Small Business Saturday, and we plan to extend our Shop Small campaign to markets all around the world and all year long. I remember we launched our first heat moment during Valentine's Day, and of course Pinterest was a key partner. But then everything stopped. And there were so many immediate changes in terms of customers and in terms of businesses and shifts that were caused during the pandemic. But one of them was this newfound urgency when it came to the importance of promoting small businesses. So at American Express, we were in this interesting place where after so many years of being one of the only brands talking about the importance of shopping small, all of a sudden this message was all over the news, all over your news feed. And we had to really step back and think of new ways that we can drive more impact to small businesses at this time when they really needed it.
That makes sense. And is that why you guys launched the Stand for Small Consortium?
Yeah, Stand for Small was actually a first phase of a multi-staged approach. At the time, we were talking to so many small business owners, our customers, and we were hearing from them what their needs were at that time and how quickly they were evolving. And we knew that as one brand, we could never meet all of those needs at once. So we decided to build a coalition of many brands who can help support more of those needs that were happening at that time. And we were thrilled that in a few weeks, we had over 100 corporate partners, including Pinterest. So thanks, of course, for being a part of that initiative. What was really amazing is that we were able to offer such a huge range of services, whether it was new tools to help promote your business online, like Pinterest, or whether it was tools that helped you completely rethink your distribution as a business and start to grow an online distribution presence. But we knew that we needed to do more. So we actually returned to the roots of our Small Business Saturday campaign. And Sarika, I know that you were a part of that initial team that built Small Business Saturday. So you'll know that it really launched with a spend offer where American Express showed that we had real skin in the game. And that's what we went back to. We announced an offer last year where every time a customer spent in a small business, we'd give them $5 back, up to 10 times. And it was all about fueling business into as many small businesses as we could. By the end of the year, we hadn't just launched that spend offer, but also a ton of new tools like our restarter kits that we sent to hundreds of thousands of small merchants. By the end of the year, we'd spent over $200 million in markets all around the globe, and it was definitely our most impactful and exciting campaign.
$200 million, that's a pretty impressive number. I have to say personally, as an Amex card member, a full-time employee, a mom of three, and someone who cares deeply about small business, I really wanted to support small businesses, but that campaign you mentioned really gave me that little nudge I needed to take action. And you guys made it so easy for the consumer, which I really appreciated. So in light of the pandemic, it strikes me that there's a tremendous need for positivity and trust in the world we live in. Can you talk to me about what role American Express sees for the context of where your ads show up, how that relates to your marketing strategy, and then just how you think about what campaigns to put on what channels?
Absolutely, Sarika. We're always focused on delivering the right message at the right time and, of course, in the right place. And one of the reasons Pinterest has become such an amazing partner is because people are on your site or in the shopping mindset. So it makes sense that we provide messaging about our travel benefits or our retail benefits when people are on your site looking for travel inspiration or their favorite fashion trends. When we do this right, it doesn't even feel like an ad. It just feels like us providing valuable content to our customers to remind them that we have their backs. And we've seen this work both across our B2C and B2B customer segments.
I love that. At Pinterest, we often try to say that we like to design for inspiration, not interruption.
I totally see that, and I do think that the positive mindset that users are in when they're on Pinterest makes a huge difference. But I also think it's important to have a strong channel mix, and one of my other favorite placements last year was our out-of-home buy. We actually took over empty storefronts across New York City and Los Angeles, and we put provocative messaging in those storefronts saying things like, "This should be the coffee shop where they know you like extra foam," or "This should be the flower shop where your daughter got her first job." And we customized those messages to the businesses that used to inhabit those spaces. It was a really powerful reminder in that right place and right time that consumers have the personal ability through their conscious decision making to keep the businesses in their communities alive by shopping small.
I'm just sort of curious how you're thinking about shopping now that so many things are moving online, and what you think about the need for discovery and inspiration and just how all that's evolving.
Yes, well, 70% of our transactions no longer have a card present, and this number is steadily growing. As you can imagine, there are a lot of teams across the company that are building and planning for this future, and my team's no exception. We're thinking about how the future is going to look like for small businesses, and we're looking at retail trends like the role of augmented reality, the role of QR codes, and certainly how online shopping is going to evolve. I definitely agree with you that there's a huge opportunity to bring more inspiration, more magic, and more discovery back to online shopping, and Pinterest definitely has a great role to play. What I love is that Pinterest creates the space of inspiration, even how I talked about how I use the platform to help me create a vision for my apartment. And I think that merely having a presence on your platform gives American Express a way to tap into that window shopping mentality that we know that consumers want.
Walter, sadly, our time together is coming to an end, but I'd love to end on a positive note. Can you just talk to me about something personally or professionally that you're looking forward to this year?
Sure. Well, one of the initiatives I was most proud of last year was our campaign to support Black business owners, and this was immediately following the social unrest from last summer. We launched things like a multi-year $10 million grant program specifically for Black-owned businesses. We created a new video podcast called Built to Last that promotes really pioneering and special Black-owned businesses. And at a corporate level, we introduced new commitments around procurement and our colleague base. And so both professionally and personally, I'm just really excited to continue that momentum this year to ensure that this is a movement and not a moment.
That basically concludes our time together. I want to, of course, thank you for your time, for your continued partnership, and just thank you for being here today.
Thank you. This was really fun, and I'm so excited to see what we'll do together this year.
Me too. Cheers.